Hi everyone, Leslie and I are here today
Hello,
to
everyone.
present to her and you the Island Packet 42 Motor Sailor. This is hull number one, and as some of you guys know, we've been working on it a long time.
We're so
But
excited about this
we
boat.
got the deck down as promised, and we've got some of the salon cabinetry in, and I had him bring down the helm seat and the table and a few other things in order for you to get somewhat of an idea of what we got going on here. So I'm going to present the boat to Leslie as well as you guys at the same time, and I'm going to turn the camera over to her. Okay?
Okay,
All right.
there's the transition.
Okay, so we've got a nice swim step here, plenty big enough for you to get on and off the boat. Certainly, we'll be able to get on and off the dinghy. We've added a couple cleats here to the stern of the swim step where we can tie the dinghy off, and there's one on each side. And then we've have the obviously the transom door here, and then we've also added a side door to the boat since it was built the last time. So if you dock to starboard, you'll have this side door here as well. And that will be just about at the dock height. So nice roomy cockpit, plenty of room to bring a couple chairs up, put a table in the middle. We'll certainly, supply you with a table if you'd like a table, or a couple of teak chairs. And then when you're done using them, at least in my mind, we've got a nice big lazarette here that we can put the So obviously it's kind of in the construction mode right now, but the center area will be teak graded, obviously painted out. And then the two areas on each side will also be teak graded. So you'll have some nice storage there. As far as the depth of it, uh, we've got about 33 inches. So in the center area, at the aft area, we've got about 27 inches. So, and then there's two side areas as well on each side that you can throw stuff in that don't need very often. Engine oil, what I would call maintenance stuff. So nice big opening. We could put a bike down there if we want to get a couple of floating bikes. There's no reason why we couldn't put them down there. A couple of electric scooters. No reason we couldn't put them down there. There will be two steps, one here and one here. Let's look over to the starboard side. You can see them. See, we've got this little boss right here. This will be the first step going around. The second step will be on this one right here. And so they'll be going easily get up on the side deck. And there'll be lights underneath the steps as well. The little blue lights that we do that will be fadeable. We'll also have, we don't have the top on the deck now. So I've kind of shown you the top before in the previous video, and it does extend all the way back to cover the cockpit completely. We actually are going to bring the deck up one more time next week, do a couple more adjustments, and then we're going to drop her down, and that will be it. Then we will fasten her to the hull, and we will put up the rub rail, the bow pulpit, the the lifelines, the solid stainless lifelines all the way around as well.
Do you want to talk about the dinghy davit situation? The
Well,
options that
we've got the owners of this boat going to Seattle, are working with a company here locally about a davit, and we're still kind of feeling out the davit situation. Obviously, with this being hull number one, but we're certainly welcome to install any type of davit you want here on the transom. The transom's plenty strong to handle any type of stainless davit that you'd want. Also, right down the street is the company that makes the mechanisms or motors where you can actually raise the swim step up and down that you see on the Batcos, the Sabres, and the Tierras. So we're open to all types of options on how you'd like to stow your dinghy. We're not real fond of putting something on the top up here just because of safety factor. We'd really rather not have people up on the top
unless you have to, like, deal with the sale or something like that. We will be building the boat as a trawler version as well. So if you're done with sailing altogether, we'll build this for less money actually as a trawler. And just to keep you posted, as we said, we're the first 5 we do at a special value pricing of $5.99. We have 3 slots left, and after that, the boat will go up to $6.99, and that's the base price. This is a extremely good value at that price. And Anyway, we will build the trawler as well, in actually a similar or less price range. So as we enter the salon of the boat, we obviously don't have the back door or window mechanism yet here, but we have it here. It has an electric window that goes up and down on this side. So this is a solid piece here, the bottom half. The window goes down into that solid piece. So this will be, basically won't be moved or movable. And then the door here will open. So when we're done, you're going to have an upside down L that's completely open. So the only thing about this opening that when you want it to be open, that won't be open, is this quarter piece right here in the starboard lower section. So you will be able to pass through this window. The sink is actually going to be right here. Now we are going to offer an option here right below that sits the same level as this solid piece here, of a kind of barbecue ice maker center or a rear facing seat, either one, or open completely if you just want to have it all open. This is a nice size cockpit. For those of you who have not seen the boat before, which is, I understand, we've got 80 inches, and then let's just go at the mid range. So in the middle, it gets wider as it goes forward. We're 104 inches here in the middle, and it's, probably 90 inches towards the stern, and 120 inches maybe as you go up the steps. Okay, so sink here. We'll be getting the sink in here in the next few weeks. We're about 2 months from finishing the boat. Our goal is to finish it by the end of the year. You've got a little lift out storage area here for sponges and stuff like that. And then your first pull out here is going to be your pantry, which pulls really out. So you've got a lower area here for storing cooking or food items, and then you have an upper area here, and I think we will put this as a solid back across here as well. So this is the bottom one is 30 inches by 10, and the top one is 25 inches by 10. So a nice I think that will hold pretty much all that you need to there. Could we add maybe another little spice rack or something up here in this area? Possibly. We do have a window though that goes right here. I forgot about. So we've got an area right here that's available. We will be offering induction cooking only on this boat. So you'll have a 2-burner Kenyan induction stovetop, and then this will be a 4-way smart oven below, and this is all mounted in a gimbaled box. Okay, so it won't gimbal at this point because this is just a mock-up, I'm believing. And we've got a big drawer here for pots and pans. Then we're going to have a 2-drawer refrigerator freezer on this side. It's about 6 cubic feet total, so each drawer is about 3 cubic feet. And on short, say weekend trips when you don't need the freezer, you can make them both refrigerator. And then, of course, on longer trips, you can do 1 and 1. Oops, that's my countertop.
Did you want to show the trash?
Oh, did I not open this one?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Okay.
This is big stuff.
Yeah. So here we have our full-size, home-size trash bin, and then our recycle bin here. And so that's really cool. The first boat we've ever built with a recycle bin and a nice size garbage bin. I've had one owner request to see if we can get a trash compactor in this space, and I'm going to be working on that because I think that's a cool idea.
It could also be like a wine. Could they put
A
like
wine
a small
cooler?
Cooler or something?
If you want to give up your garbage, could you put it?
Well, not.
Let me
I mean,
suggest
me
something.
personally,
Yeah,
no, but
well, let me look. Let's go to the port side.
Okay.
Okay. So right here, this is going to be our electrical AC, DC panel. You know, meters and stuff up here. Victron display, more stuff. I don't know what all these cutouts are. And this is actually just from the mock-up. This is not the actual piece of furniture that we're putting in here. And then down here, this is going to be another storage drawer or a beverage drawer.
Okay.
How about that? And I'm sure you could put it for wine or beer, my favorite,
or whatever,
or soda, water. Water's always good for you. And then,
Lots
of course,
of
we got a
water.
couple of drawers, smaller drawers for silverware, and then a larger or medium-sized drawer, and then a larger drawer. And this is the current configuration that we've done it. But you know, being a custom-built boat, if you want a wine cooler in there and lose this storage altogether, you certainly could do that. So, you know, as you've seen the 439 and the 349 progress over time, I'm pretty sure this boat will as well. So you're standing inside the salon. Use your imagination. This is solid right here for this quarter piece here. So, you know, this will be protected. So standing here underway, you know, you do have some good protection. And then the window will be electric up and down. And then the door you will close, and it's a nice stainless trim. All right, so we're here in on the helm seat. You know, Leslie's comfortably sitting over there on the settee, or you know, messing with the lines, whatnot. We've got our side door here, our side helm door. So we'll be able to obviously get in and out of the side door. And then if you want, it is a Dutch style door, so you can open the top separately, independently from the bottom. And then, of course, if you want the entire door open, the entire door opens as well.
Now, I think this is a great place that you could like unload your groceries, put them there, and bring them in
on the dock. You could certainly, you know, hand them to each other right here. There will be a step, you know, built in here. This seat's actually a little too close to the door, so it actually should be further out. And so we'll have a step where you can step up and get out the door right here. The arms will have to be in, and you may need to rotate the chair slightly because. Okay. We'll have a nice helm here. Obviously, it has not been built yet. We'll have room for 2 9-inch displays or 1 12-inch display. And then along the top, we'll have room for additional electronics as well. The 2 hatches that slide open in the overhead. All right, and then we'll have our engine throttle control over here on this side. We'll probably have a Ram VHF mic mounted here or here. You know, it depends on what the owner wants to do. We'll have a wiper control, you know, to control the wipers. There's 3 different independent wipers. And then the lines come through. So we'll have the main sheet, the jib sheet, the main out haul, and the boom vane coming through those 4 openings. And this will all be fiberglass here to a Seldine electric winch. So we'll press buttons to roll out the mainsail as well as the jib. And then if you want to use the big reacher, you'll need to go to the cockpit to use the electric Harkin winches in the cockpit to control the sheet lines. So this is, like we say, is fiberglass. So if the lines are wet, there'll be little wipers on in those little openings that clear out the line, or as far as water. And then we'll have a little box at the lines on this side that the lines actually stow in. And the box, all right. So we're going down to the living quarters.
Bear with me, guys, on all the transitions.
Nice, easy slope steps.
Yeah, the slope is really nice, and the stairs
More
have
like
good
what your
depth.
home stairs would be versus a boat stairs.
Right.
On the port side, we've got the guest stateroom. Some reasonable storage. We don't want them to stay too long. The port side of the boat is completely customizable. So if you don't have friends or don't think you're going to want anybody to stay over, or you only have friends that want to stay in the salon, then you could make this literally whatever you want. Behind the cardboard here, we do have a washer dryer for the owners of number 1. All right, and then the guest head on port side. So this will be a wet head, and as well, if you think you don't need 2 heads in a boat, we can make this an office or a shoe locker or whatever you want it to be.
Or like shelving unit or something like that.
And we could make that the laundry area if you want. So this port side from basically the owner's stateroom aft, as far as the guest head and the guest berth, is completely changeable. If you don't want an up galley and you just want more seating up on the salon, we could actually bring the galley down here if you would prefer a down galley boat. Leslie's in the forward stateroom, so this is intended to be the owner's stateroom. And this is obviously a maple boat, as we talked about. We've got nice size hull side ports.
The biggest we've used so far, right?
Yep. And we've got a hanging locker, a shelf locker, some shelves going up the side, down the side, and then again another shelf locker, another hanging locker on that side. There will be a drawer underneath the berth here that pulls out, as all the boats, and then of course this berth top will lift up. The berth will actually be a little bit wider than what you see here. This is a temporary piece. When we put the berth top on, it will extend out here, so it'll actually be a couple inches bigger. It will come around here, and then it'll be, you can see, it'll connect again to this piece. And this entire piece here will be liftable. The mattress will be split in half so that it lifts up on pneumatic pistons with storage below. So reasonable storage.
Lots of light in here too.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the hatchet. Obviously, we don't open right now.
Yeah, it's just temporary. So you're seeing the boat in the under construction stage. Obviously, the outlets have USB connectors, USB-A connectors, USB-C connectors, D, E.
I'm sure someday there'll be a
the
D.
Entire alphabet. I don't know. I think we haven't been in the owner's head yet. So this will be an ensuite. The door will close off before you come in right here, just on the aft side of the head door. And so this will be an ensuite. You've got, these people picked the vessel sink and then the countertop, of course the, excuse me, the electric toilet. And that's a raw water flush or freshwater flush toilet. And then the stall shower. So, nice, generous owner's head. You guys saw this last week in the video, but of course the deck wasn't down. All right, and then I'm going to lift up the stairs here. So like all of our boats, the 349, the 439, you're able to get to the engine by just lifting up the stairs. And of course, that's similar on this boat here as well. And of course, we'll have it held up with pneumatic pistons, not just a stick. So as I said, we measured this earlier at 40 inches. This is obviously the fuel tank here. This is 173 gallons. We'll obviously have a drop in up over that when we get done. And then these owners actually chose an additional 50 gallons optional fuel as well.
Forward of this fuel tank, we have a 50-gallon fiberglass holding tank that services just this head or this toilet right here. And then the owner's toilet is serviced by a completely independent system and uses a holding tank that's in the engine room. So completely independent system. So if for something happened to one system, you have a completely separate backup independent system. So 40 inches of room. So I can get in here.
Bear with me on this transition, guys.
I'm sitting on my stool. I've got the day hatch still open, and as we mentioned, we could open the other hatch from down here. We'll have a little twisty down here to open it. Just to the inboard side, we've got our fuel management system. That's obviously our generator filter, our engine filters. We can polish the fuel. We can obviously change filters here, and we can move the little stool over there and be quite comfortable. So I'm pretty much sitting on the stool as normal. This is, as I mentioned, is the 50-gallon holding tank that services the owner's toilet. And this is the additional 50-gallon fuel tank that these folks chose, so they have a total of 223 gallons of fuel. Aft of the fuel tank is the water manifold system. We don't have these labeled yet, but as in all of our boats, you can turn off each supply independently. So if you have a problem with, say, the guest head sink, you can turn off the valve to the guest head sink and not disable the rest of the boat. Freshwater pump, freshwater filter, easy to get to. 110 horsepower Yanmar engine, as we mentioned earlier. And then this is obviously our guest cabin. So if you wanted more engine room, we could eliminate the guest cabin and take the engine room on over further. I'm saying this without talking to my engineers, but I believe that to be true. 6 kW Northern Lights generator, battery bank system back over on the port side. We've got a 50-gallon water tank and another 50-gallon water tank. No, excuse me, there's 70-gallon water tanks and a 70-gallon water tank, so a total of 140 gallons of water. This is the first boat that we've done the Marilon through hulls on, and all of the boats from now on will be Marilon. I believe it is obviously no maintenance or very little maintenance, and just as good a quality as the through hulls we were using before. Engine room lights will be all over this place, both 110 and 12. We haven't gotten to that point yet. We've got a 16-gallon stainless steel adjustable temperature hot water heater. And then we've got our Spectra water maker back here as well. And this is along the starboard side, obviously in the aft portion of the engine room. And the bulkhead here is into the aft lazarette, which we have a small door that we're going to be able to crawl through if for some reason we need to pass something through, or, get something through, or, I don't know. Who knows? We also have an access from the lazarette to the back side of the generator. There's this portion of the bulkhead does come out to provide access to the back portion of the generator. All right.
Sorry again, guys. I know it's shaky sometimes, but it's just hard to navigate.
Our Victron inverter battery charger, and then we have additional battery chargers as well. But basically all the wiring, connections, water system, a fair amount of the fuel system is all located right here in our engine room. So, Leslie and I were Grand Banks Hatteras Island packet dealers out of San Diego, and for a while Newport Beach as well as Seattle. And I can tell you as a Grand Banks dealer, this is a Grand Banks style engine room, as well as Hatteras. If Hatteras built a 42-foot powerboat, the engine room in lazarette area would be no bigger than this.
So we believe at $5.99 this is an extremely good value, and we'll even $5.49 for the trawler. So, and then we add on the options, but you could literally go use the boat at $5.49. You just don't have the creature comforts, and as well as $5.99. So the creature comforts are we call the generator, the water maker, um, electronics. But it does come standard with batteries, you know, inverter, charger, obviously the hot water heater. I mean, everything to take the boat out. So you can build it from there and be whatever you want it to be. You know, we build about 10 very custom boats a year. One of the last few builders that are doing that. And we believe every boat is better than the one we built before. So I think we'll wrap it up from Leslie and I.
Thanks, everyone.
And as always, take care of yourself, your family, and your fellow cruisers, and God bless.
Thanks.